Hello everyone, welcome to Wellspring. We're doing our February spirit series on the major causes of failure according to Napoleon Hill and his timeless classic Think and Grow Rich. Let's get into number 11. Lack of controlled sexual urge. Sex energy is the most powerful of all the stimuli through which move people. Let me read that again. Sex energy is the most powerful of all the stimuli which move people into action. Because it is the most powerful of the emotions, it must be controlled through transmutation and converted into other channels. So now this one was similar to something that we had talked about when in our previous video when we discussed ill health. Section B, where it talks about wrong habits of wrong use of and overindulgence in sex. And I think this whole topic of sex and success is such a deep one, and I want to cover time to do like a much deeper video essay into that, but let's just keep it short and sweet and leave it as simply this. You have to learn how to control sex. Somehow sex is a powerful energy that can propel you forward or move you back in life. And I think because it's such a deep topic, I want to be better prepared. But for the sake of going through the major causes of failure, I will just keep it in this series and keep it short and sweet, and we can discuss it in a later video. My parting shot will be this. It's always good to be controlled in everything that you do and in every area of your life. There seems to be like a huge misuse and abuse of sex in our culture and in this generation and in this time. And by in this time, I mean we are in the 2020s era. So currently it's the year 2024. So I don't know what might be in the past, in the future. But as it says in the Holy Scriptures, there's nothing new under the sun. So whatever might be happening in present day probably will be something that we will be still seeing in the future if we're still here in the future. But the bottom line is, let's learn how to control our sexual urges. Let's not just give into our body, but let our body give into us. We have to put our minds, we have to be mentally strong and mentally disciplined to tame our body, because sometimes misusing, just going through being impulsive and doing whatever it is that you're growing or your loins are telling you to do might not be for your best, may not be in your best interest. It might satisfy a very strong urge that you have, but at the end of it you end up feeling so disappointed in yourself. So let's not do that and put ourselves in a situation where we end up battling depression, we end up battling remorse over the decisions that we made using our genitalia. I just have to keep it as it is. So anyways, we'll talk about this in later videos. I hope this has helped somebody. Oh yeah, one thing that I do want to mention is that it's not only about sexual urges are not only satisfied by partners. Of course, sometimes we know like there's the stimulation to the things that we hear in music, the things that we see in our TV screens or in our phone screens or in our computer screens. You know what that is? I urge everybody to just, who's struggling or who is addicted to things like this, to just do away with them and keep your mind clean so that your mind can become clear in the things that you need to do, in the steps that you need to take so that you can be successful. I hope hope this blessed whoever needed to hear it, and I also hope it blessed those who heard it. And until next time, stay blessed.